Good morning and Assalamu alaikum from Punjab, Pakistan. Stefan Hekri is my name, and I am reading this morning Bible with you. We have relationship as Christians with the Father and the Son, one God and the Holy Spirit. It's difficult to understand, but the story of Jacob, when he goes down to Egypt and meets his son Joseph, represents and gives us a picture of that relationship. So do not hesitate to open your own language Bible and read with me just before chapter 47. We have 46 in Tawrat, Genesis, when Jacob arrives in Egypt and meets Joseph. And they have tears, and Joseph prepares a meeting with Pharaoh, the ruler of the land. Look at this, father and son. Jacob and Judah, ahead of him to Joseph, he sent him get directions to Goshen. And so they arrived in the area of Goshen. See? Goshen, the place of the slaves in Egypt later on, the Israelites. Then Joseph had his servants get his chariot ready. He went to Goshen to meet his father Israel. As soon as he came to his father, Joseph threw his arms around him. Then Joseph sobbed for a long time. Israel said to Joseph, I have seen for myself that you are still alive. Now I am ready to die. Then Joseph spoke to his brothers and to the rest of his father's family. He said, I'll go up and speak to Pharaoh. I'll say to him, my brothers and the rest of my families have come to me. They were living in the land of Canaan. The men are shepherds. They take care of livestock. They've brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own. Pharaoh will send for you. He'll ask, what do you do for a living? You should answer, I've taken care of livestock from the time we were boys. We've done just as our father did. It's the practice of the people of Egypt not to mix with shepherds. So the Egyptians were more developed than the shepherds of Canaan. Look at this. So two cultures coming together. So the Egyptians will use them as slaves as they live among guests. First they're guests among them, then they become slaves. So Pharaoh will let you settle in the area of Goshen. That's how they came to settle in Goshen then for 400 years. Look, Jacob and family settle in Egypt. That's the beginning of chapter 47 we read now, where it says that Pharaoh agrees to let Jacob and his sons live in Goshen, where they will be able to keep their flocks and herds. That was one reason. Later it turned into slavery. Look at this. Joseph went to Pharaoh. He told him, verse 1, my father and brothers have come from the land of Canaan. They've brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own. They are now in Goshen. Joseph had chosen 5 of his brothers to meet with Pharaoh. Pharaoh asked his brothers, what do you do for a living? We are shepherds, they replied to Pharaoh. And that's what our fathers were. They also said to him, we've come to live in Egypt for a while. There isn't enough food anywhere in Canaan. There isn't any grass for our flocks. So please let us settle in Goshen. Pharaoh said to Joseph, your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Egypt is open to you. Settle your father and brothers in the best part of the land. Let them live in Goshen. Do any of them have special skills? If they do, put them in charge of my own livestock. Then Joseph brought his father Jacob in. He brought him in to meet Pharaoh. Jacob gave Pharaoh his blessing. Then Pharaoh asked him, how old are you? Jacob said to Pharaoh, the years of my journey through life are 130. My years have been few and hard. They aren't as many as the years of my fathers before me. Jacob gave Pharaoh his blessing. Then he left him. So Joseph settled his father and his brothers in Egypt. He gave them property in the best part of the land, just as Pharaoh had directed him to do. That part was known as the territory of Ramses. Joseph also provided food for his father and brothers. He provided for them and the rest of his family, father's family. He gave them enough for all of their children. And that's for today. God bless you.